Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon. It is my pleasure to join you today at the Asia-Pacific Agri-Food Innovation Week 2020, organized by Rethink. Today's discussions revolve around pertinent issues such as food security, supply chain resilience, and nutrition. These topics are especially crucial as COVID-19 impacts our food value chain in unprecedented ways. Today, we are in dire need of novel solutions to address health, nutrition, and environmental challenges. And we will need to lean heavily on levers such as technology and innovation to achieve these breakthroughs. Both technology and innovation are priority areas for Enterprise Singapore, or ESG. As a government agency looking at enterprise development in Singapore, our role for the food sector is to grow local champions, develop a collaborative landscape to cultivate disruptive technologies, and internationalize their products and solutions to benefit those beyond our small city-state through strong partnerships. Our vision is to develop Singapore as a leading food and nutrition hub in Asia. Today, we see a greater urgency to accelerate this in view of critical food security, as well as health and nutrition needs. Let me share three key perspectives on how I think we can do so. By number one, embracing technology innovation. Two, let platforms such as Food Innovate to innovate and commercialize. And three, embarking on cross-border collaborations. First, it is timely for the industry to embrace technology and innovation to reinvent and adapt to the current context. As COVID-19 disrupted global supply chains with border closures and movement controls, many consumers saw empty supermarket shelves that resulted in waves of panic buying. At the same time, manufacturers experienced disruptions to their inputs and materials. Factories and offices saw drastic reductions in manpower. As tourism numbers dwindled, Singapore food manufacturers were hard-pressed to look for alternatives beyond the usual HoReCa and offline channels. In a way, COVID-19 left many companies with no choice but to transform. Many made first investments into technology solutions, even if it is bite-sized. Micro and traditional manufacturers, such as Lake Lim Nonya Cake Confectionery, started using sensors and data analytics to improve production process and minimize downtime. Many players also ventured online to engage new customer segments. For example, local meat distributor Good Crop, that traditionally operated on a B2B model, pivoted towards e-commerce with a new online initiative, Meatco, to deliver fresh meat to home consumers. We are encouraged by these developments and will work through platforms such as the Smart Manufacturing Alliance to continue this momentum with our partners. At the national level, given the heightened emphasis on food security globally, we need to accelerate the use of technology and innovation, domestic food production capabilities, and ensure that sources of food are sustainable. Prior to COVID-19, ESG has been working with partners, including global accelerators such as Big Idea Ventures, Trendlines, Grow, HatchBlue, and the ULab, to grow a critical mass of agri-food tech startups that could offer innovative solutions to rising food demands. Within a span of 2 years, we have built up more than 80 companies in this space that are actively contributing to our local food production efforts. In June this year, ESG further set aside more than $55 million to help agriculture and aquaculture companies build new capabilities and accelerate innovation efforts. One of these companies is Singapore Aquaculture Technologies, or SAT in short. SAT is a company that's revolutionizing fish farming. The company has pioneered a small floating fish farm that incorporates IoT and artificial intelligence to control processes and optimize resource inputs, such as feed, energy, and oxygen. These technologies improve fish health through the prevention and early detection of diseases and enables them to more than double their sea bass production annually, from 300 tons to 800 tons. Now let me speak from the demand side. Today's consumers are clearly more conscious about the food that they eat. Along the new normal of a work-from-home lifestyle, more consumers seek to achieve better health and wellness. According to a Mintel survey in June, 71% of consumers put healthy eating as a high priority. Foods that boost mental health are also growing in demand as homes are transforming into multifunctional environments to work, study, and play. These evolving consumer preferences afford industry an opportunity to reformulate and develop products to meet a new demand. In particular, we see a lot of interest in alternative proteins as plant-based products fulfill new consumer demand for sustainability, hygiene, and safety. Food companies are also seeking out more secure, sustainable, and alternative sources of food. According to Mintel, almost one-third, or about 31%, of food product launches in Asia-Pacific in the past 2 years contain added plant protein ingredients. It is heartening to know that Singapore-based agri-food tech startups are also making headway in this space, with some capturing the interest of international players. For example, Shiok Meats, a cell-based clean meat company and first of its kind in Singapore and South Asia, recently raised US $12.6 million in a Series A funding round. It aims to sell its dumplings made with cell-based shrimp in Singapore by 2021 and is eyeing expansion in Hong Kong, India, and Australia. Turtle Tree Labs, a cell-based breast milk startup, recently raised US $3.2 million in seed funding from an internationally diverse group of investors, including Green Monday Ventures, KBW Ventures, and Artisan. The startup is already working with a few of the world's largest infant nutrition companies. Regardless of the type of product innovation, ESG supports the efforts of private businesses who embark on research and development to cater to evolving consumer needs. And this brings me to my second point. Companies need not start from scratch, but can leverage existing resources and innovation networks to accelerate their journey to innovate and commercialize. One of these sources is Food Innovate. At last year's summit, I introduced Food Innovate as the multi-agency national food innovation platform that seeks to avail critical resources and enable partnerships to drive innovation. Since its inception, Food Innovate has onboarded a total of 15 resource partners, including corporates such as DSM, who recently launched the Bright Science and Technology Innovation Hub in Singapore to support our food companies to commercialize functional and plant-based food. To date, Food Innovate has enabled a stream of more than 250 new products to be commercialized, many of which were byproducts of collaborations across companies. We will continue to leverage the network of Food Innovate partners to develop in-demand products for the market and identify and expand our pool of global partners to drive a richer exchange of ideas, knowledge, and resources for mutual benefits. I would also like to take this opportunity to invite like-minded and interested parties to join us as a Food Innovate resource partner so that to better food for the future generations. And this leads me to my third and final point on collaboration. Despite travel restrictions, we believe strongly that cross-border collaborations are still crucial in enabling innovation, investment, and internationalization flows. Despite COVID-19, Enterprise Singapore has worked closely with other countries to strengthen innovation collaborations among enterprises and to enhance their competitiveness. For example, in September this year, Enterprise Singapore and Innovation Norway signed a Memorandum of Understanding or MOU to strengthen innovation collaboration in areas including agri-food tech and aquaculture. Through more knowledge exchange, we hope to work together to address market needs in both countries. In October this year, Enterprise Singapore partnered Netherlands agri-food ecosystem platform, Food Valley, on a joint innovation scan of the alternative protein innovation landscape in Singapore and the Netherlands. And this helped us develop a deeper understanding of each other's ecosystems and follow us to identify market opportunities and encourage innovation partnerships between Dutch and Singapore businesses. Of course, this summit is another fine example of product collaboration. Since 2019, Enterprise Singapore has been a supporting partner for the yearly Asia-Pacific Agri-Food Innovation Week organized by Rethink. And this event has showcased the innovative efforts of brilliant companies and startups from all around the globe, enabling the exchange of novel ideas and forging the strong ties that are all prerequisites for successful partnerships. In closing, let me reiterate my 3 key points. First, companies must embrace technology and innovation to reinvent and ride this tide of change. Second, even amidst a crisis, there will be opportunities for companies to innovate and commercialize new products. For example, in the area of alternative proteins. And finally, we must and will continue to drive cross-border collaborations and harness the collective capabilities of global partners to co-create and develop breakthrough solutions. Let us continue to forge together and seek to make an impact for Singapore and others. And I wish all of you a fruitful summit ahead. Thank you.